To Africa, the bread of mankind, the font of culture.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We may take our seats. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Zambia, and our host here in Lusaka, in Zambia, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Namibia, and our special guest today, Your Excellency, the Director General of the Africa CDC, Your Excellency, the Minister of Youth from Nigeria, senior government officials here present, and our very, very special participants, the youth of Africa, a very good morning to all of you. Allow me, Your Excellencies, to guide as the moderator for this session, the opening session of this second Youth Pre-Conference of the Africa CDC. My name is Dr. Ahmed Ogwel Ouma, and I'm the Deputy Director General of Africa CDC. Excellencies, I would like us to take a moment of silence where we are. We don't have to stand. There is a young man called Humphrey Okilipa Onyara. This young man is an Africa Union Bingwa. Bingwa is the word for champion in Swahili. Humphrey unfortunately lost his life a few days ago, and he is an Africa Union Bingwa, and he is being buried today as we open this youth pre-conference. If we can take a moment in a word of prayer and reflection in memory of Humphrey Okilipa Onyala. May the Almighty Lord rest his soul in eternal peace. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of us as participants to this second Africa CDC Youth Pre-Conference and congratulate you for making it onto the selection group. This youth pre-conference and literally all Africa CDC youth activities have become very popular on the continent. And that's why today we have youth from much, much farther away than just the African continent who have come to be with us today. So congratulations to those who made it. And I would like to express my gratitude for all of you being here today, making very, very important contributions to the African continent. This youth pre-conference is really an opportunity for you as youth to interact together, for you as youth to contribute to Agenda 2063, the Africa we want, the Africa you want. And we are looking forward to your contribution to a safer and healthier Africa during these next 2 days, and after that, to the many, many months ahead. We would also like to acknowledge the very successful first youth pre-conference last year, which has generated a lot of interest. And we are looking forward to the next one being even bigger than the one that we have today. But it is important that our presence here be part of a journey, the journey for youth to make their contribution. We are informed usually that the youth are the future, as the Honorable Minister of Nigeria was telling me this morning. But I would like to tell you that the youth are the present, because if you don't do it now, there'll be no future for you to be able to contribute to. So feel yourself as part of the present. I would like to now move into the more formal part of our engagement this morning by inviting the Director General of Africa CDC, His Excellency Dr. Jean Kasser, to make his opening remarks. Dr. Kasser.
Excellencies, Mutinta Ishilema and Monica Gengos, First Ladies of Zambia and Namibia. I have to say, in my life, I didn't attend so many meetings with two First Ladies. I don't know who from this room attended a meeting with two First Ladies. They are here to show the leadership and the vision that they have for Africa. I wanted us to applaud them for being with us today. I want also to recognize two ministers, one coming from Nigeria, sharing with us that we can be minister and we can still be fresh and we can communicate with young people who are here today. She's coming from Nigeria, West Africa. She's here in Zambia. It means she's bridging West Africa and Southern Africa. And It means she's the ambassador of Africa. Thank you for being here, Excellency. To my sister, Minister Sylvia, who's leading ELF in Zambia, but who's also the chairperson of the governing board of Africa CDC, I wanted to say, welcome. Yesterday, she was telling me that she's 16, while I was believing that she was 32. I think she's still young in her mind and her body. Thank you for being with us today, Minister Sylvia. Excellencies, delegates from all African countries, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure as Director General Africa CDC to stand before you today at the opening of the Youth Pre-Conference on the margins of the CPHIA, the Conference on Public Health in Africa, that is taking place in Zambia. This opportunity, we need to celebrate that. It's a great opportunity for our young people, our leaders, to come with innovative ideas on how we can build a safer and healthier Africa. As we embark on this unprecedented youth pre-conference, we are witnessing a development in public health governance on the continent, on African continent. This conference, with the theme, Youth Leadership for a Safer and Healthier Africa, underscores the pivotal role that the youth must play in shaping the health security of our continent. Youth, almost 65% of African population, we are recognizing you as the future leaders. And we are recognizing the enthusiasm, the energy, and the innovation that you are bringing in the public health sector in Africa. We believe that you can continue, and you have to continue to play a key role, as you did during the COVID time. You managed to provide appropriate information and care to your communities. Excellencies, esteemed youth delegates, ladies and gentlemen, we are here because we recognize that a safer and healthier Africa extends beyond the absence of war and socioeconomic disparities. It's about achieving a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, as seen by the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has been a hard teacher for all of us. The pandemic had to bring what we had in our heart and our mind as innovation to build a robust health infrastructure and a resilient health systems in our countries. In the face of these challenges, the Africa CDC, in alignment with the new public health order for Africa, has launched the Youth Advisory Team for Health and organized this youth pre-conference to amplify the voices and perspectives of young change makers. This is not just an acknowledgement of your potential, but also a recognition of your ability to drive transformative change and economic change in Africa. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the power of youth-led initiatives, such as the African Union COVID Vaccination Bingwa Initiative. My colleague, Dr. Ahmed, requested her to celebrate the memory of one of the Bingwa champions who passed on. youth Africans took charge, leading grassroots drivers that contributed to the increased vaccination rate across the continent. Your effort in addressing not only the vaccine distribution challenges, but also the broader infodemic of false information showcased the tremendous power of young champions in shaping Africa's health agenda. Young Africans, you will continue to be at the forefront of innovating and developing novel solutions to the challenges faced by our communities during pandemics, but also other outbreaks. Bingwa is not just about advocating for vaccinations. Bingwa is also about fostering a sense of ownership, empowerment, and a collective commitment to public health. I'm thrilled to announce that this year's Youth Pre-Conference and the main annual CPHIA will feature an impressive time for poster presentations from remarkable young Africans. These presentations will showcase our emerging leaders' genius. We want also to celebrate the achievement of young leaders. We must also acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead. Meaningful participation is not just about having a seat at the table. It's also about entrusting the youth with genuine decision-making responsibilities. We must cultivate ecosystems that enable young individuals to initiate, nurture, and lead their own platforms, fostering a culture of true youth leadership. Moreover, we must recognize the vast spectrum of youth experience. We must recognize and address the unique challenges faced by individuals, subsets within the demography, and including young women, those living with disabilities, migrant people, and other marginalized groups. The digital revolution comes with its own set of barriers. Lack of access to diverse and local funding resources, limited representation, and the need for skills development are challenges we must overcome to ensure sustainable growth for young innovators and researchers. One of the new public health order pillars is the commitment to increase domestic resources for health security. Therefore, by fundraising and allocating resources effectively, we will overcome these persistent challenges that we are facing. The new public health order recognizes that fostering an environment conducive to innovation requires not only financial backing, but also a comprehensive approach to skills development and equitable representations. Excellencies, my brothers, my sisters, Africa needs models. Every time when we are talking about Africans, it seems like there are nobody there who can inspire young generation. I wanted today to say that we have people who are inspiring us by their values, by their achievement. And they are inspiring all of these young people today sitting here and others watching us because they are making our life successful. Let me first extend my recognition to our First Lady from Zambia. Madam Mutinta Ichilema, her commitment to humanitarian causes and her active engagement in community development programs across Zambia is commendable. Madam Mutinta Ichilema dedicated her life to uplift the lives of our fellow citizens, and she is fighting as ambassador of the Metz Foundation More Than a Mother to show that the vital role of women is beyond the motherhood. She is a person advocating every day for religious tolerance and interfaith harmony in Zambia and in Africa. She is a true testimony of someone who's dedicating her life for unity and for the development of Zambia and Africa. Her initiatives aimed to promote social cohesion and national development that can reflect deeply in our life, all of us. Our second guest of honor is a person I know on more personal way because in my past I was based in Namibia. Our First Lady of Namibia, Monique Gengos, is a leader, a well-known leader. She is currently serving as the president of the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, a role that underscores her commitment to advancing the socio-economic development of our continent. Ms. Gengos also holds the distinguished position of being the UNAIDS Special Advocate for Young Women and Adolescent Girls, where she's promoting the health and the rights of the youth. Yesterday, I was talking with my brother, Michel Sidibe. He was making pressure to me even to attend this meeting, to be with her. But I say, you are not invited, you are not young anymore. Stay there. But I wanted to convene to Her Excellency Monica Gengos that they still believe on what you are doing. Ms. Gengos is also member of the Virco Foundation for Global Health and the Women Lift Global Advisory Board. Let me tell you something. Before becoming First Lady, she's a successful businesswoman. She's a lawyer. And she's a financial expert. Her dedication and achievement were recognized by national honors awarded by the former president, Pohamba. And she was also recognized and ranked among the 100 most reputable Africans and one of the 100 most influential African women. I think for young ladies who are here, you have two models who can inspire not only young ladies, but also all of us. Excellencies, Brothers and sisters, in conclusion, I wanted to say that the youth's energy, innovation, and commitment are indispensable for achieving a safer and healthier Africa. The Youth Pre-Conference is a call to action for young Africans to take the architect's position for the continent's health future. By recognizing and empowering you all, we can guide Africa towards a tomorrow that is not only safer and healthier, but also one where the youth plays a central role in shaping the future of our continent. I want to use this opportunity to extend my gratitude to my African CDC colleagues. Many of them are here, but also to our partners, Mastercard Foundation, GIZ, and a number of them, who contributed to make this day a successful history. I look forward to witnessing the incredible impact that will arise from the discussions and initiatives that will emerge from this youth pre-conference. Please let me tell you, even if I was not planned to be here for the closing remarks, I was saying to my team today, I will come back tomorrow. I will be with you. Without suit, without tie, as young people we have to know and to behave, because I'm still young, even if I'm more than somewhere. I will be with you tomorrow. And I requested to have even music, then to dance with some of you, because we need to celebrate this moment. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Director General Africa CDC, Dr. CPHIA. Very clear messages and challenges to the youth there. One thing he did mention is the Africa CDC Youth Advisory Team for Health. Those who are here, can you stand up and wave so that we know who you are? The Youth Advisory Team for Health. There they are. Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to invite our host, Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Zambia, Mrs. Mutinta Pichile. Her Excellency.
May we be seated, please? Good morning to you all. Her Excellency, the First Lady of Namibia, Mrs. Monica Gego, Honorable Minister of Health, Sylvia Masebo MP, the Africa CDC representatives, the permanent secretaries present, the senior government officials present, the media, the youth attending this conference, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. It is my great honor and pleasure to host you in our beautiful country, Zambia. May I also take this opportunity to appreciate to welcome my dear sister, who is the chief guest, the First Lady of Namibia. My dear sister, you are welcome to Zambia. This is your second home. To all our guests, please feel at home and enjoy our Zambian hospitality. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been briefed of this important program that has been organized by our Africa CDC team operating under African Union. Youths, take advantage of this rare opportunity to learn something on sexual reproductive health and shape your destiny. It is encouraging to see that we have in this room more than 250 youths determined to change their lives. Congratulations to you all. I will not take much of your time. My role this morning is to request my dear sister, who is also the president of African First Ladies, to deliver a keynote speech to us. Your Excellence, Madam Gego, you may address the youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please be seated. She calls me the president of the Organization of African First Ladies. I'm going to talk about politics. And the first lesson I want to share with you is the lesson I learned when I was elected the president of OAFLAD, because I went home and I made a joke to my husband that there's 2 presidents in this house now. He didn't think it was funny. So my first lesson to you is don't make jokes with presidents about their power. Good morning, and thank you, my sister, Your Excellency Mutinta Hishilima, for the incredibly warm welcome. And please pass my thanks to the government of the Republic of Zambia for the incredible hospitality extended to my delegation and I. I know that Lusaka is the city that doesn't sleep. So I think I also extend gratitude on behalf of the young people here, some of whom I know have not slept because of this legendary Zambian hospitality. When she says it's my second home, it's because she knows that my husband was in exile in Zambia for over 14 years, and he certainly does regard Zambia as his second home. I also greet you on behalf of the Organization of African First Ladies, of which I'm the president and the First Lady of Zambia as one of the 43 members. We are both here to acknowledge and support the leadership of Africa CDC in convening young people and ensuring that they are not left out of important conversations about how Africa intends to shape the new public health order. OAFLAD is also engaged in what we call a unifying campaign. It's a continent-wide campaign for gender equality. With the Organization of African First Ladies. Our target is to reach and to launch this campaign in countries representing at least 600 million African eyeballs and hearts. So please do participate with us. As I stand here, I returned from Nairobi yesterday, where the First Lady of Kenya launched her We Are Equal campaign in Nairobi in the presence of 20,000 women from all over Kenya. And that speaks to the convening power of First Ladies. And that speaks to Oafla harnessing the collective power of First Ladies in order to ignite and advance important societal conversations. There is really no place that I'd rather be than in this room today with all of you. The CPHIA is Africa taking its destiny into its own hands, and the pre-youth conference is how we ensure that the they have access to presidents. I know Dr. Jean has my husband's phone number in his cell phone. He has access. They have institutional powers of their own. And it may want to watch how they use their power and their proximity to advance Africa's public health agenda. Many of you may wonder where you fit in the politics of your respective countries. Some of you may be politically engaged in ruling or opposition parties, and some of you may have given up hope or prefer to be politically neutral for a variety of reasons. I understand those nuances and the exceptions to the statement, because there's no right or wrong path, because you do not need to be a politician to lead. As a matter of fact, you don't need anybody's permission to lead. However, I want you to consider that politics decides who gets what and how. Public health is political. The public health rock stars I mentioned are all political creatures. They may not want to be, but to be effective, they have to be. Many even needed political support from their countries to be appointed to the jobs they now have. Kwame Nkrumah is known to have paraphrased from the Bible when he said, "Seek ye first the political kingdom, and all else shall be added to you." The politics first approach recognizes that politics decides who gets what. If you're not a politician and you do not aspire to be, you however don't have a choice, you need to be political. Politics influences get them what they need when they need it. You must be able to influence politics and politicians. With real power, it's community mobilization. When they get the power from elections, power is power. It is important for those who seek power, whether activists or politicians. As the first lady, I'm sure my sister Tina has the same experience. Many people see us. They don't really see us. Their eyes are fixed on the power that we often stand next to. Have any of you ever stood near a politician and they're shaking your hand but they're not looking at you? That's what happens to me all the time. I walk behind my husband when he's shaking people's hand. I've seen somebody gain power, I've seen somebody lose power. There are some situations where you have the power and other interactions where you are powerless. It's the analogy of the statue and the bird. One day you're the statue, the other day you're the bird. Drugstores are